As you can see, I have painted the sidecar, the frame of the sidecar and the other elements of the frame. The frame, it was not sandblasted. I have cleaned it myself with sandpaper, with a steel brush. It was not easy, but also I did not want to restore for the moment this sidecar, and I have made a work in order to keep a year or maximum two. I intend in the next year to restore this sidecar, but a year, it is a long time. There are so many things that can interfere and not let me to do this restoration of the sidecar. So, like I said in the previous video, I will make the sidecar, I will repair only just to put on my bike. It will not be for the moment a restoration. So it is looking quite good. If we keep in mind it was not sandblasted. Also the other parts were not sandblasted. They were just cleaned by me with the, let's say, rudimentary tools like sandpaper, steel brush, and this kind of work. So I'm starting to assemble the sidecar suspension. This is a torsion bar. This practically it is a spring of the suspension, but it is not a coil, it is a torsion bar with splines in both ends. Very important, the ends are not the same. One is 22 millimeter and the other one it is 23 millimeter. So you have to be careful, because if you force the torsion bar in the splines, maybe it will enter. So you have to be careful. So here we have a bush welded, and this bush here had the splines. I have put now the torsion bar not in the correct position, and we can see that we have play. You hear this sound? I am moving the torsion bar, and now the splines have play, and that is because it is not the correct dimension. I have put here, I have checked now with a 22 millimeter in the bush, which is 23 millimeter, and now the other way, the correct position, we don't have play. Now we are in the correct position. So you have to be careful with this dimension for the splines, because if you are not careful, maybe it will work for the beginning, but at the first pothole in the street, it will ruin the splines. So before assembling, you have to put some fresh grease. On both ends. Be generous with the grease, because this grease will keep some kind of oil moisture inside. So now the axle of the suspension and the inner pipe The inner pipe acts also as a bush, as a bearing, but like I said in the previous video, these are worn out, not very bad, I have seen worse, but you can see the play. Like I said, for the moment I will use it like this. I have already searched and I have found the suspension system complete. That means this arm and these two pieces at the price of 100, between 100 euros and 150 euros. They are not original, they are Chinese, for the Chinese version of M72, which is called CJ750, and I'll buy one of these sets, but not for the moment. Now I will use this one. Here we have a felt seal. Also we have this bush, these two parts here, which it is fitting on the swing arm. So we put the bush. Normally here you can put a gasket, but the felt seal will close here. It will seal here on the pipe. So this bush, when it's new, not like this one here now, it is sealing on the felt bush. These are the keys for the swing arm, because it is entering and it is locking in only one position. As you can see, there are two keys. And now the keys must go here on the interior of the swing arm. We have to put the brass bush in position in order to fit the swing arm. Here we have the channel, and this head here must go in this channel. So the bolt must enter easily, okay, not with force. So now we are good. I'll put the bolts here, and after that we can put the suspension system in the sidecar frame. I have found the nuts. They are 12 mm and the pitch is 1.25 millimeters. These are locking nuts. We have also here a locking washer, but I will not use it for the moment. I just have to bend this ribbon here, one here and one here, and it will lock the bolts. So now we are ready to assemble the suspension system in the sidecar frame, but before doing that we just have to we have here a cover. And we have here a snap ring. It is okay, it is in position now. This cover here is for the dust and water to keep out, because otherwise it will enter in the suspension system. Before assembling, we have to put grease on the pipe. Because if you don't have put grease on the pipe, it will rust again and it will be locked in time, like we have seen before. So before assembling, you have to be careful with that hole here to correspond in this hole here, because here we have the greaser. I have to lower the swing arm. So now, as you can see, I don't have the play like before. When I did disassemble the frame car, I had play here. That means it was not assembled correctly, and now it is okay. So now I have a problem. I cannot put the bolt. When I disassembled, it was easy because I have extracted first the swing arm. Now the problem is that I have to extract the swing arm to put the bolts. After that I will put the swing arm again on the axle, and when I'm trying to push inside the suspension, I have to also tighten the bolts. I have to think at a solution, because I don't want play in my suspension system like I had before. So I have found a solution. You have to turn the pipe until you reach a point where you put the bolt, but without locking shim, because it is not enough space. And also in that point I don't think the locking shim is original. I put the second bolt, and now can assemble again. But now it will be the tricky part, because you need to find the correct position, and also to tighten the bolts. So now I have to turn the bolts little by little. One at a time, because it is the only way to assemble in the correct position the suspension system. So I have tightened the bolt. Now the suspension, it is on the sidecar. We don't have play in suspension, it is okay. And now I just have to put these securing nuts, because we have a thread inside the sidecar, and this nut is just a securing nut. So I have put also the second nut, the securing nut. It was a little difficult because it was touching in the sidecar frame, but now it is okay. So the sidecar frame, it is almost ready. In the next days, I think I will assemble on the motorcycle. So this is the buffer for the sidecar boot.